All right, guys, we are live and interactive here on Zoom. Welcome to the call. So I didn't put together anything. I made a poster and I thought about it because my team, our team, is growing. And one of the ways it grows, of course, is by lead generation, right? Everyone always talks about this in the internet marketing space. In any sales business, in any business in the world at all, if you don't have leads, your business will die, right? Your business needs two things to stay alive. Either if it's a brick and mortar, online business, it does not matter what it is. If you don't have marketing strategies and fresh leads, you're dead, right? Our millionaire mentors tell us this all the time, and it's very, very true. You know, from me coming from the hotel world, hospitality world, if we don't have people checking into the rooms, we run out of cash flow, right? And the hotel goes under. If one of our nightclubs has nobody drinking drinks and dancing, we can't pay the DJ, we can't pay the security guards, we can't pay anybody, we can't pay the lease on the building. You have to have fresh leads. So in internet marketing, whether it's direct sales, network marketing, any sort of internet business whatsoever, you have to have a continuous flow of leads. Now, the question is, what do you do with these leads when you get them, right? There's a bit of a debate going on in the internet space right now, and I can see it between different leaders talking about different ways to do things. I'll give you an example. Fraser Brooks, I believe his name's Fraser Brooks. He's a UK guy, high network marketer. He goes live on his Facebook all the time, and he's doing live videos and he's drawing people towards the live videos, right? And when someone comes on a live video, for example, that's great that they're watching you, but there's absolutely no way that you can follow up with that lead other than just going one-on-one, right? So for example, if I did a live right now, or if I did some sort of a post and I was trying to engage everybody on it, and Brandon types info where he says, that's interesting, and Angie says, yeah, that's cool, and then I have another 50 people underneath, I have to go one by one to those people to go see what's up in their life, if I can help them in any way, if there's something that we can work together on, and if we can exchange value between each other in any way, right? I need to go follow up with them. I have absolutely no power or no leverage in the sense where I can just push a button and follow up with everybody, right? So if you're watching this now in the replay or something and you're new to the internet marketing space, this is what we call autoresponders, okay? The old school way of doing autoresponders was email marketing. So maybe you've heard of GetResponse, Aweber, right? These are email autoresponders that help you do bulk actions. So I can send out an email to 1,000 people with one click. I don't have to send 1,000 emails, right? If I'm trying to gather people for a launch event, like we did a launch event about a week and a half ago, when we were getting the people together for the event, I didn't want to get them one at a time and put them in a list on an Excel sheet or something and then start emailing all these people when we're going to go live. I want to put them in a group where I can just batch send that to everybody at one time, right? So if you're in the internet marketing space and you're not using the technology that's available to us, you're sabotaging your business, right? You're sabotaging your own business if you're not utilizing the technology that we all have available. So today's training is about chatbots, okay? Because chatbots are the new wave autoresponders. Now, I don't know about you guys. I'll ask you guys now. In your email inbox, by a show of hands, how many people have so much goddamn spam and people's emails that you're just like, oh my God, I have another 50 fucking emails today? Hands up if that's you, because it's annoying, right? That shit's driving me crazy. I spend half my morning just delete. I don't even read the emails, right? And a lot of those emails are actually very quality. They're from very high-end marketers. And the reason I'm on those lists, and I'm sure you're the same, is so that you can learn from them and you can understand their copy and the way they're doing things, and you can check out their stuff. But if you have so many of them coming in, it's just like an avalanche and it's too much. So you know what they say, right? With the human mind, if you have too many options, you default to doing nothing, right? So you can implement that. That's a bit of a side thing, but you can implement that in like your daily life. If you're giving people so many options, right? I know a few people that are guilty of this, myself included. If you give them so many different options, they're just going to be like, oh my God, I'm confused. And they're just going to go away, right? Versus if you just give them one or two solid options and you're just like, this is it, man. You choose this or this. And if that doesn't fit you, that's cool. But if you give them 20 things, they're just going to be like, oh my God, it's too much. So that's how I feel in the email space when I open up my emails. It's just too much. I can't handle it. And so what does that mean? It means if I'm not opening like Eric Warre's email or Ray Higdon's email, right, or our Millionaire Mentors emails, if I'm not opening those emails, why would somebody open my email? Right? That's my philosophy. Why would someone open Civi's email if I'm not even opening like multimillionaires emails that I know they have super high-end quality behind that email? I know there's something in there good, but I'm not even going to open it because I have too many, right? So my open rates in the email world have absolutely gone. I mean, I'm not a big email marketer, right? My list is like 400 people in email. I haven't been building it. I haven't been really paying much attention to it, but I got the autoresponders and stuff maybe 6 months ago when I learned, what an autoresponder was. I was like, okay, I need to get that, right? That's my tool. So I got it and I started building it, but my open rates and stuff I'm getting 0 results from it basically. Now, I'm not saying that's your case at all. I don't know. Everybody is different, but if you're not some big marketer, like we know some marketers personally that have like 250,000 people on their list, okay? 250,000 people. And when they send an email, if their open rate is 0.5%, do the math on that, whatever it is, it's still a lot of people opening that email, right? They're still getting traction from it. But if someone like me comes along, I have 400 people on my list, 0.5% opens that, that's literally 2 people, 2, okay, 2. And of those 2 that opened it, maybe 1 clicked on it. And that 1 click was probably my wife, right? Because she's curious what I'm doing. Right? There's nobody actually clicking and going through the process and buying something or joining a program or like getting into my funnels. It's me or my wife who's clicking on it, and everybody else is just deleting that shit. So I got frustrated with it because I understand the power of a list. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure all of your mentors or the people that you follow tell you about the money is in the list. You have to build your list of qualified buyers. They say it over and over and over again. So I tend to try to listen when people speak about that stuff, and I'm trying to build my list and I'm trying to send them these emails, but I'm getting absolutely no results, 0. All the sales and results that I get are just from organic traffic on Facebook, one time on YouTube, but I just use YouTube to upload my webinars and stuff. I don't actually like build that. And then on Instagram, I have a shitload of followers, but it doesn't convert, right? So what I'm getting at is my Facebook organic is where it comes from, and building my list is just simply not working in email. So about 3 months ago or something, 4 months ago in December, end of December, I learned about chatbots. So by show of hands, who here is aware of a chatbot? You don't have to have one, but you know what it is. I'm pretty sure almost everybody, right? Who here is on my chatbot list? Who gets my messages? All right. Yes. See? So this shows you right now, this is proof. I didn't plan that. I just thought about it. This is perfect proof because I sent an email today. About this training. Who here got my email and showed up because of my email? Nobody. Not even my wife. Right? Nobody. But the chat bot worked. You guys are here because of the chat bot. Maybe you saw my profile. I don't know. But you see my messages. You see when we do events. You see when we do trainings. You see it pop up because everybody is in their messenger. They're in their messenger. So the bottom line is Messenger's where it's at. It's much more powerful, and you can get much, much better results, regardless of what your reason for doing it is, right? You can do anything with these chatbots. There's a million things you can do. But if you're looking to gain leads, which is what I'm going to talk about today, I think it's a very strong tool, and I'm utilizing it. So I guess before I get into showing my screen and just giving you a little bit of strategy of how I do it, I could ask the room here if anybody has any specific struggles about getting people onto your list. A specific thing that you're like, maybe you don't understand it, or you've been trying to do something but it's not working. Does anybody have any specific thing they want to ask or talk about that maybe we can touch on a bit later? You can just raise your hand or unmute yourself and come out. Yeah, Allie, go ahead. Where is she?
Yeah, I've set up a chat bot, but I think for me is how do you get people onto your chat bot list? How are you doing that? And I'm sure you're going to show us that anyway.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to show you. I mean, there's I'm sure everybody has their own strategies, right? I don't know. These ones that I'm going to show you today are just literally things that I thought up in my head, but they've been working, right? Like I can pretty much whenever I want to, I can add people to my list by doing a specific type of post or something. So I'll show you that exactly. Yeah. Okay. So I guess what I'm going to do is, you know what, let's do a screenshot of everybody before we get into this in case some people drop off, right? Okay. In 3, 2, 1, everybody smile and say hello. Say chatbot. Okay. Ready? Smile. Cool. Okay, I will share my screen. Oh, there's Althon. What's up? Let's do it again. Althon smiling. All right, cool. I'm going to share, and I'm just going to go here. Okay. You guys can see my screen, right? Yeah. Okay, so I'll go into chatbot first here. So here's my chatbot. As you guys can see, yesterday when I made this teaser post, I made this post yesterday about doing this exact training right now, okay? Free lead gen chatbot training tomorrow, 7 p.m. Pacific. Save your seat here. When I made this post, I literally had 300 followers. And I wasn't planning on doing any training with chatbots or anything, but I felt like it was a milestone. You know, it was a round number. And it's steadily been increasing. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to talk about how I did it. Right? Because that's the model we're in. It's about learning, implementing, and sharing. Learning, implementing, sharing, right? So I learned this. I taught myself. I Googled some stuff. I implemented it. It's working. So now I'm sharing with you today. So yesterday when I made this post, I had 300 people following me on my chatbot. And now today, if you see here, I have 304. So I added 4 people in the last 12 hours or so. Now, how did I do it? Well, I did it because over here, if you go into growth tools is where you build your initial sequence, right? Like the first thing people see. So my ManyChat training is here. It says, so you want to build a chatbot list, do you? Click the link, get notified when we go live. It's free and interactive. When is it? Here's the date. Reserve my seat. Okay. So a couple of things. Let me just go in here and check the flow. So I type this here, reserve my seat. You can connect this to a message or a website or anything. I connected it to a message, which was the next message, which was this message. So I put a picture, and then I put a little delay timer so that they can see the picture before the words come. Then I put, cool, see you on the training. You'll need Zoom to attend. You can download it here, get Zoom. And then I put a 10-second block here so that it waits 10 seconds before it moves again. And then it says, while you wait, you can check out this explosive interview I did. So right here, I'm basically driving any leads that are in my chatbot already that are looking towards this training, which might have been you. And I'm already showing them another piece of content, right? This is a value-based content. I'm not selling them anything here. This is an interview with a 6-figure earner who's on our team, right? Who has gone from broke and really broke to now 6 figures and doing very well. And she has massive plans for the future. And I interviewed her. So this is the interview here. So I stuck that on the end of my sequence to give some value to the people at the end. So that's the sequence there. So when somebody comes over here and they're like, blah, 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 they click on this. When they click on that, I'll just show you what happens. I'm sure you know what happens because it happened to you. It'll open up Messenger, right? And it'll go straight into the chatbot. So the second that somebody clicks on that link, they don't have to do anything else. You've already captured them, right? You've already captured them. So they're inside my chatbot now, and they're going to get my message. Here it is. So you want to jump on the chat list, do you? Blah, 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 reserve my seat. And it goes through the 2 simple sequences that I set up. Shows the poster. It has a small delay, 5 seconds or something. I offer them Zoom here, and then it's going to give them the training video or the interview video here. So if they click on that, it's going to take them to my YouTube channel where I have an interview video. And of course, right, if they go to that interview video, there's going to be a link in that description of my YouTube video that takes them to a funnel, right? So you have to understand, when you're building your list and you're getting your leads coming towards you for things, you can already start indoctrinating them into your content, right? You can already start bringing them towards your funnels and getting them involved in your content in a nice way, because you're actually providing value. You're going to give them some free training, and then you're going to give them a free interview. But if they go through the interview and they're intrigued by that, it's going to bring them to a funnel, and then that funnel is going to take over, right? So this funnel, it'll take over, and I don't know which funnel I have there. Maybe I might have actually taken that funnel off, because sometimes I just take the links off completely so there's no funnel, because I don't want them to start going deep into my world before I talk to them. You know what I mean? So, okay. So that's an example of how I gathered 4 more people on my bot yesterday from this link here. Oops. Another way you can do it is, for example, go to a post. Sorry, just deal with my Wi-Fi for a second. I'm just looking for, okay, here. Okay, so this post here, this is a poster that I made about 5 people on our team who have recently got on the leaderboard of the new Bitcoin opportunity that we're in. We did a launch event a week and a half ago, and 5 people jumped up on the leaderboard, and our team made about $10,000. So what I did was I made a poster about it. I put our hashtag and I put some graphics, and then I put, yes, you're seeing that right, you know, some text. Then I put Monday's registration hangout is here. So in the old school of marketing, this would be a lead capture page, right? This would be a lead capture page in, you know, PLS or ClickFunnels or something, and it would lead them to a webinar registration page, right? This is what our mentors teach us. This is what everybody teaches, and it's legit, and it gets you hooked into the email sequences and everything. But if the emails aren't getting opened, how is that helping anybody, right? Like, it doesn't matter how many people you can get into your funnel or into your email sequences. If they're not going to open that email, how can they show up on the thing? So what I drop here is, this is a link, but if they click it, Monday's casual registration hangout, click here, they're going to click that, and you guessed it, you know where that's going to go. It's going to take them directly into my Manny chat, right? It's going to take them into my hangout sequence, which simply says, thank you for registering for the hangout. You'll be reminded when we go live, right? Hey, name, click below if you want to be reminded when we start the hangout. Now, this is another thing. You can tag here, right? So what I've done is I've tagged this. I'll show you how I did that. Growth tools. Okay, I'll just go here. So this is the flow, right? This is the flow for somebody who wants to come check it out. So click below if you want to get reminded. Okay, so I want to get reminded. You're going to click. Somebody clicks it. Now, when they click that, it takes over the next sequence, of course. But when they click that, right here in the middle, there's a tag. Okay, there's a tag right here. So the way you do that is by going here to your button and you add a tag. Okay, here. The tag is explosive team hangout list, right? So anybody who clicks on here is getting retargeted, or I don't know what the word would be, segregated, right, into a separate list now inside the chatbot that is specifically for the hangout. So this way, when I do a broadcast and I send it out to everybody on my list, I don't have to send it to everybody and bug everybody. I can only send it to the people who are interested in that one specific thing. In this case being the explosive hangout, the team hangout we have every Monday, right? So on Monday, when we go live, I'm going to send it out to my list, but I'm not going to send it to everybody. I'm going to send it to the people who clicked on that at some point. So they're going to click on that. And then as you can see, it says, congratulations, we're going to see you there, blah, blah, blah. Join the Facebook group, right? You're always trying to send people back to your Facebook groups. In this case, it's the Team Explosive Entrepreneurs Facebook group, because that's how we work as a team. We all drive people to the same group, and we use the power of the team. This is something that like 99% of marketers don't understand. It took me 4 or 5 months of failure to understand that you cannot be alone. You have to have a team, and 2 people is not a team. 3 people is not a team. A team is like as many people as you can possibly get, right? That's why if you look at our Millionaire Mentors, for example, they have 1,700 people in their team. They don't have 2. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we drive people to the public group. And that's why we work together as a team and use the energy. And that's why, you know, things are popping and people jumping up on leaderboards. And then you can also put another button here. And this is the replay of the last hangout, so they can get an idea of what's in store. Plus, you're giving them a replay of your hangout, so they can see that content. You know, if they missed it or something, they can see that content. So those are 2 examples there of how I got people on the list, right? We can go down a bit more. We can go down a bit more. You know, a lot of the ones, like, for example, yeah, okay, here's one. Let's find this comment. Okay, so in this one, guys, you know what they say in the algorithm? You know what they say in the algorithm where they talk about, hold on one second, I have to plug my computer in. I'm gonna die. Okay. You know what they say in the algorithm where they say if you post a video, if you post a link inside your post, right, it'll kill your algorithm and you'll get less people engaging on your content. So instead of posting inside the actual text of your post, you want to put it down inside the comment section, or not at all, right? You can ask people comment info, and then you can get back to info and you can send them the link, or you can put it, check the first comment, it's in the first comment, right? So I'll give you an example of that right now. So here, this one here, Self-Development Sundays, right? On Self-Development Sundays, see you, Michael. On Self-Development Sundays, our team does self-development stuff, right? We talk about the books we're reading, we talk about mindset, we do mindset training and stuff. And so last Sunday, I put out this post. I talk about one of my favorite books of all time, and I talk about blah, blah, blah. And down here, I say, if you want the best personal development manifestation books, the link is in the first comment, right? So my algorithm is all good up here. I haven't put any links anywhere. Down here in the first comment, however, you can see I have a link right there. So they're going to go down there and they're going to click on that link. And guess where it's going to go? I think you know where it's going to go. It's going to go to Messenger, right? It's going to go to Messenger, and it's going to send them exactly what they asked for. It's going to give them the link to the book, right? And now this is something totally separate, but this is something that I do. To build your Amazon affiliate list, okay, your affiliate list in Amazon, you can go to Audible, or you can go to these third-party sites that are using Audible, and you can show people books. And if they buy the book using your link, and it's the first thing they've ever bought on Amazon, you have them as an Amazon affiliate for life, okay? So for example, if Kyle checked out my post and he was like, oh man, I want that book. And he went and bought that book on Amazon. And it was his first Amazon purchase, which is, most people have bought stuff on Amazon already. I understand that, but you know, whatever. If it's his first purchase ever, that's my guy now for the rest of my life. So if he goes and starts buying TVs and groceries and Tesla cars in the future, guess who's getting that money? Me, right? So this is a sneaky way to build your Amazon affiliate business. So I do that here. I put, hey, so you want some books? These are some classics. You get access to the hard copies and the audiobooks. I listen to these days, life-changing, enjoy. Get the books here. And that link right there takes them to my Audible affiliate link, right? So those are 3 ways that I am building, that I'm,
Who the Mueller report shows gives illegal orders to.
Those are 3 examples of ways that I'm building my list, okay? So one of them is by doing a lead magnet, right? These are called lead magnets, right? A lead magnet is something that pulls people towards you because you're providing value, right? You're a magnet. You're pulling people towards you. So in this case, anybody who's involved in self-development, being a better version of themselves, they love reading, they want to learn more about law of attraction, they want to learn how to manifest the life they deserve, all this stuff. If that's you, which it is, because we're all in that sort of space, right? Everybody who's working online is in self-development mode. It's just a fact. So all these people want these types of books. So this is a perfect lead magnet, okay? And that is a lead generator. And this is how you can get people on your list. The other one was driving them towards an event, right? This is an event. So I'm driving them towards an event using my link. And the other one was a simple training event, again, driving them towards an event in the description. Now, the reason that I put this one in the description yesterday was simply just because I wanted it on my profile to be the link at the top. I wanted it to look like this. And I didn't get as much organic reach as I could have. You can see my reach isn't very good. So I'm not going to do it like this anymore. What I'm going to do now instead is I'm always just going to put it in the comments, I think, because there's no point in putting it there and then getting bad reach. I think it's better to get good reach, put it in the comments, and then maybe later, like the next day or when the training's over, you could put some other link there. Oh, you know what? I just thought about it. You put it in the link, you put it in the description now, and then after the training is over, I'm going to upload the training to the group, and then I'm going to put in the description right here, go to the group to get the training, right? So you can drive them back to the group. That's what I'm going to do. So, yeah, like that. Okay, stop sharing here. All right. So, does anybody have any questions so far about everything I've said? Or comments or anything? Allie, that was pretty clear, I'm sure, right? It's basically just like, you know, everybody on this call is a marketer or something, right? We all are. I don't see anybody here who's a legit newbie. So we all understand that our job is to get people towards us and then get them on our list, right? You have to get them on your list so that you can control them, so that you know, like, okay, I got them over here and I'm going to tell them that I'm doing this, or I've got them here and I'm going to show them this new video I'm doing. And you want to be able to automate it, right? So this is no different than, you know, using email marketing and old school tactics. It's exactly the same strategy. It's exactly the same philosophy. It's just a different tool. It's just a different tool. And I'm sure you guys have noticed already in your messenger, by a show of hands in your messenger now, how many people have messages from bots that they aren't opening? Yeah, exactly. See, it's starting already. I've been doing ManyChat now since December, 4 months. And when I first started with it, everything was getting opened. My open rates were like 92% or something ridiculous now. And now, well, let's see what it is. That's a great case study. Let's just go check. It's already dropping off is what I'm saying. It's already dropping off because people are waking up to ManyChat. They're waking up to chatbots. And, you know, it is what it is. So at the end of the day, what it's going to come down to is the value you bring, and are you a leader and are you providing value? Because if you're not, people just aren't going to watch your stuff. If you are, then they'll watch your stuff. Right? Okay, so here we go. Let me just refresh. I don't know. Okay, so this is the one that I just sent. See, look, it's very low already. This is very low. These are very low. Let's go back here. You can see over time. You can see over time, they're decreasing. Well, this one was pretty good. But they're decreasing. And it's not because of the content or whatever it is. It's because it's getting saturated. It's because it's getting saturated. Excuse me. So here, excuse me. Here you can see your stats, right? So this is the one that I sent out today. I can see I sent it to 304 people. 228 received it. I'm not sure why. That's strange. Usually it's 304, 304. Opened by 72 people, clicked by 9, okay? Now, I'm not gonna click on this because I don't want to expose people for, you know, whatever. It's probably you guys. But you can click on these various things, right? And you can actually see the list of people that clicked on it, right? Just like in email. So you can go in and you can see these people and you can retarget them again, right? You can retarget them. Okay, I'll just do it. These 72 people opened it, right? So all of these people saw my message and they opened it, right? I can tag them now as open the chat training, right? I'll add that as a tag. Tag created. Tag created, right? No! You gotta be fucking kidding me. No, I lost the internet. Unbelievable.
Turn your video off.
I'm back. Oh my God.
There he is.
Man. Sorry, guys. Can you hear me?
It was the Christmas lights.
Ah. Man, it's a brownout now. I just lost power. The whole island just went dark. And now I'm using my hotspot on my phone. Welcome to my world in the Philippines, man.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Ah, killing me. Killing me.
Hey,
Oh, all right. So what was I talking about here?
that proves that you can be anywhere.
That's right. You can be anywhere, but you have to have some serious
The chat bot. Tagging.
tagging. Okay, cool. Tagging. All right, let's go back in here. Sorry about that, guys. I guess you guys were all here the whole time, and I was the one who left, right? Is my screen sharing right now? No. Share. Okay. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Tagging. Okay, so I tagged these 72 people here, right? So now they're tagged. So I can go into broadcasting, and I'm gonna go to new broadcast, right? And so, for example, those 72 people who opened my offer to come to this training today, but they didn't come. After I'm done this training and I upload it to my YouTube channel or to my group, which will both get uploaded to, right? I can send them this message. Hey, too bad you missed it, but you can catch the replay. You can catch the replay below. Watch here. Watch replay here. And then the link I'll put here will be the link to either YouTube channel or Facebook group or something. And then they're going to click on that. You hit done, right? Then you just hit go next. Oh, it's not going to let me, is it? Okay, hold on. I'll just put in a fake, or not a fake, but I'm not actually going to do it. That's why, because I haven't uploaded it yet, obviously. So this is all set, and then I can just go next here. And under condition, right here, targeting condition, I hit condition, I can hit tag, open the chat training, 74 people. So as you can see up here in the top right corner, that's who's going to receive my message. Only those people. I'm not going to bug the people who didn't open it in the first place. People who either missed it or they don't open it because they're sick of me or they're not interested in it or they don't give a shit, right? I don't want to bug those people because you don't want to oversend your stuff, because if they flag you, Facebook can shut down your fan page account, and your fan page account is connected to your ManyChat. So if it all gets shut down, you basically lose all your leads and you lose your page, and it just becomes a nightmare. It happened to me once at the very beginning because I didn't know what I was doing. So I'm going to send it to these 74 people, but of course not right now. I'll do it after the broadcast. So that's how you can retarget and then broadcast out to people, right? All right, let's go back over here. Gallery view. Anthony Martin's here. How you doing, bud? Man, my Wi-Fi.
Hey, man, I'm good.
Hey, cool. Nice to see you, bro. My internet is so slow here, guys. I'm sorry, but I'm really struggling. I'm using my phone hotspot, and I can't see the screen. It's all, there's no faces or anything because I lost my internet connection. So I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm just going to open it up right now to the floor. If any of you guys have any just questions about anything to do with your chat bot, lead generation, using your chat bot, anything that I've covered, you can go ahead and just ask now and we can talk about it. So I'll open it up for questions, and then I'll call it good, because I don't want, I mean, my phone's going to die, my computer's going to die, I have no power, right? And if I don't stop it, then I can't save the recording. So if anybody has any questions or comments or anything you'd like to talk about, raise your hand, unmute yourself, come on out, and feel free to just ask away.
Hey, it's Anthony Martin here. I got a question for you.
Cool.
I joined a little bit late, but I really like what you were putting out there. I was just wondering if is it a paid program, or is this all like the free stuff that you were showing off there?
Yeah. Yeah, the ManyChat itself, it hooks to your Facebook page. So the Facebook page is free, of course. The ManyChat, the bot that I'm using, is a free service. It's free, but you only get 2 or 3 like links that you can use, right? So for example, today in the training, I showed 3 different links. I showed one for today's training. I showed one for an Audible audiobook, lead generation, lead magnet. And I showed one for an upcoming event as to gather the people in my list. So that's 3 right there, meaning I can't have any more sequences. I can't have any more links, nothing else like that. But if I want to have a ton, like I do, I have about 30 that I've built because I'm kind of obsessed with it. Then you have to pay for it. And I believe it's $10 a month for 500 users. I believe. Oh, Kyle's putting something in the chat. I think he knows. 2 growth tools, 2 sequences, and 500 users free plan. Yeah, there you go. Okay, there, it's in the chat. 2 growth tools. So a growth tool is the links that I was showing you today. A sequence is like a follow-up sort of thing, right? Just like an email sequence. You can have 2 and you can have 500 users, and that's free. So I've paid for the next level, so I can have unlimited growth tools, unlimited sequences, and I don't know how many users. And I'm paying, but I believe it's $10 or $15 a month. It's no more than $15 a month.
Awesome. Thanks, man. That's really wicked stuff. Thank you very much.
Cool, man. You're welcome. Anybody else? Chandra, how you doing, man? Welcome to the call, bro. No more questions?
Do people
Yeah, Mark.
people get turned off by the chat bots? Do they? I mean, they know it's a bot, right?
Yeah. Well, good question. I don't know. It depends on the content. It depends on the content that you're putting into the bot, right? Like it goes
Right.
back. it goes back to the old school way of like, marketers used to post in those groups and just spam their links everywhere. And then people started waking up to attraction marketing and building value and building brands, right? So I think a chatbot is very similar. If you're shooting out garbage all the time, if every day you send out a message to somebody that says, make $100 million in 5 minutes, and they send that shit out to you every day, you're going to flag them and block them and you're going to unsubscribe, right? If you're sending out quality stuff, or for me, what I use it for mostly is lead generation. So like I'll put out the audiobook stuff, or I'll make a habits video series on YouTube, or some sort of lead gen, so that I'm giving value on the front, so that the people are like, okay, Civi's giving me value, right? It's something of value. But to get that value, they have to opt into the chatbot, right? And then the value is there. So they've come in on a smooth, high value way already, right? So they're seeing you as a valuable person to start. And then when I send out my broadcasts, I don't send a broadcast every day like you do with email, for example, which, by the way, I don't send email. I barely ever send email anymore. I'm pretty much off email, but I shouldn't be. That's my fault. But you might as well do everything, right? If you have the power, why not do everything? But I don't send my ManyChat out often, but when I do send it out, it's usually driving them towards something that I think is excellent. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to send them, hey man, check out this YouTube video about, whatever bullshit. Like, I'm either sending them to an event, a launch event, a free training, something that I think is like something they actually will probably like and I get massive value from, and something that I can also get an energy exchange from the person, right? So I think if you go from that frame of mind, they probably won't get sick of it. They'll probably love it, right? But again, it comes down to your content. And something that you can do to kind of safeguard yourself against people flagging you, basically, for spamming, is that you can always include a little text at the bottom of your message that says, if you ever want to stop getting messages from me, type stop. Because in ManyChat, if anyone types stop, you're done. You're off that list, right? Or you can add an unsubscribe button at the very bottom that says, if you want to get off, unsubscribe. And they click that and they can get out. And it's funny because, I have people unsubscribe, not very often, but the odd person will. I'll see them click unsubscribe, and I'm like, okay, no problem. And then on my next post, like 4 days later, I'll be like, hey, who wants free training? And that person's there again, clicking on my thing, and they're right back in my bot, right? Because I keep bringing them back into it. And then I send them the training, and then they unsubscribe again, right? So as long as you give them the option to unsubscribe and you're very transparent with it, then you should be fine. But if you're just trying to blast things and jam things down their throat, and if you're not being transparent and showing them the option to get away from you, then they might flag you. And if they flag you, you're screwed, right? Hope that answers your question, bud.
Awesome value, Stevie. It gives them option to break away freely and no big deal.
Exactly.
No big deal. I like it. Yeah.
Exactly. And what I've learned over my short career here online is that you cannot be emotionally attached to your leads at all.
Right.
Like, I mean, zero. I get emotionally attached. I get emotionally attached to my team. Oh, the power's on. Yes. Sweet.
Nice.
Hold on.
Nice. Plug in.
Wait. Oh, I got to turn all my batteries on. I got so many. Oh, man. You guys wouldn't even believe me if you saw what was going on around here.
I know. I can imagine.
We have these giant batteries that you need in like a workshop. I have them all around my computer systems because of the power surges. It's like a breaker, but it's like a legit big ass physical breaker. So I got to wait for that to get powered up so I can turn my lights and stuff back on. Cool. Oh,
my little one wants to know where you're at.
In Boracay in the Philippines. Hi. In Boracay. Yep. In the middle
Boracay.
Of the Philippines. Yeah. It's a tourism island. It's beautiful here.
I'll show you some pictures off of his page. You'll love it.
Yeah, cool.
This page? Yes.
All right.
All right.
All right. So does anybody else have any questions or comments or anything? I still can't get my light to work. It's okay. What's a brownout? A brownout is a blackout with a different word. Power out. Yeah, I said brownout, didn't I? That's verbiage that I use here in the Philippines. I don't know why they say brownout, but they do. And I've been here 7 years, so now I say brownout. It's a brownout. It's a blackout. All right. Let's see here. I think we could wrap this up. If anybody has any last questions or comments or ideas or anything they want to drop in here, go ahead. If not, I think we'll call it good.
I do need some funnel support, though.
Some what? Funnel support.
Some funnel support. Yeah, Darren actually called me last night, man, on my birthday. It was amazing.
Cool.
I was so jazzed. He made my day.
That's awesome. Oh, happy belated birthday, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Cool. All right, guys. In that case, then we'll wrap it up here. It was a bit of a strange training. I apologize for my power outages and stuff. I hope you got some value from that ManyChat training. I am using ManyChat a lot. I'm sure all of you know that because most of you are on my list. I find it very powerful, and I've pretty much realized that, you know, when we do launch events or when we're doing trainings, or this training right now is a perfect example. I don't know how many people would have shown up without the ManyChat tool. I don't know, because if I would have put out that link and it was to an email, or if I was just to try to follow up with you manually, how many people would have actually got that email like at 9:55 a.m. my time? I sent that ManyChat 5 minutes before we went live, right? How many people would have received the email, seen it, pop up, click it, go through the process, and come on this Zoom? I don't think very many, because we're not checking our email every 5 minutes or every 5 seconds like we do with Messenger. So I believe it's a strong, powerful tool. We utilize it in our community. Our inner circle uses it hardcore, and we're going to use it a lot more. I have built out all sorts of sequences for our team. I'm actually learning how to share sequences now, and I've built out like all sorts of stuff in it. I can go into other trainings. This today was specifically for lead generation, right? To build your list. But I'm going to do other trainings on how you can do training series or follow-up campaigns or follow-up sequences, right? So for example, if someone comes into my chat bot and they're asking for information on one of the business opportunities, and I give them that text and that info, and they're looking at the bot, for the next 7 days or something, they're going to get a message from me in Messenger, right? Automated. So it's just like having a follow-up sequence on email. You can do that inside Messenger now. So it's very, very powerful. And I plan on exploiting this technology fully, 100% for our team, because it helps us grow. It helps the newbies get going quicker. They don't have to understand funnels and email autoresponders and stuff. They can just plug into this and go, right? We do private trainings inside the group for this that are more specific for the specific things that we're doing with our businesses. And then I even use it. We have a 30-day quick start guide for anybody who comes into our businesses. Anyone who comes into Explosive Entrepreneurs Inner Circle, we have a 30-day quick start guide for all of the businesses, okay? All of them. It doesn't matter which one you come in. There's a 30-day guide that takes you right through everything you need to know to get into the money and become a leader fast, right? And that's all done inside the chatbot. So I hope you guys got some value today. I appreciate everybody coming out, hanging out with me this morning. I apologize for the brownouts, but we made it. It's all good. What I'm going to do is upload this to the Explosive Entrepreneurs group for you guys that are in that community. Go ahead and tag your friends there. They can watch this. I'm going to put it on my YouTube channel. If you guys don't have a YouTube channel, you should just make one, because any video you make, you put that in YouTube. Because later, what you're going to do is, if you're building sales funnels and you're building things, you use that YouTube link to put into your funnels. So not that you need a YouTube to be a YouTuber, but that's where you can upload your content and keep it for life. And my battery's about to die. My batteries aren't working. This training is over. Thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate it. Hope everyone's having a great day. Hope you got lots of value. And I will catch you on the next one. Bye for now.